evening. Leading our news tonight, New Zealand Parliamentary Under-Secretary for Foreign Affairs Fletcher Tabuteau officially opened the New Zealand High Commission today, which replaces the building constructed around 70 years ago. Tabuteau says the new High Commission reinforces New Zealand's continued commitment to its presence in Niue and highlights the strength of our special and enduring relationship.
Actually, I think if you look at the front of the area here, you see our original building, but that's more than 70 years old now. And so New Zealand is absolutely determined to ensure that our commitment to Niue continues. And I think this is a physical incarnation of that. And it was quite lovely the way that we had your minister and our New Zealand Māori there to bless today, because it spoke about the personification, about the spiritual nature of the buildings and the meaning of them. And I think that tells the story of the importance of having a whare like this here in Niue, and long may it continue.
While in Niue, Tabuteau will hold talks with the government of Niue, attend Anzac Day commemorations and meet regional education leaders, business representatives and local stakeholders. Tabuteau said he's looking forward to discussing with the government of Niue a broad range of mutual interests and further building our partnership.
My team met with the officials this morning actually. I got out and about, and I managed to get on the New Zealand funded rescue boat and had a look at how that operates while the officials did the officials talk. And then I'll be meeting with some of the cabinet ministers and others tonight, and then tomorrow also. Yeah. So we'll talk about everything, but I'm here primarily to listen. So that is my focus on my visit here.
The much-anticipated Taonga Festival kicked off on Easter Friday with a hive of activities underway across the island. The festival was officially opened by the Minister of Social Services and Taonga Niue, Honourable Billy Talangi, at the Commercial Centre on Friday night.
In his speech, the Minister acknowledged the founding principle of the festival of bridging the gap between the Niueans living abroad and Niue. This year marked the 11th year since the festival began. The Minister acknowledged the work of the founders of this festival, the Premier of Niue, Sir Toke Talangi, and Dr. Colin Tupuitonga. According to the organisers of the festival, more than 200 people have arrived on the island, especially for this event, some including artists, Niuean artists living abroad. Minister Billy Talangi welcomed these artists and encouraged them to share their talents and bring some of these taonga back to Niue. Week-long events will be held at different villages, including Tuapa and Liku, but most of the events will be held in and around Alofi. This is Esther Pavihi for BCN News.
Discussions on education in the region between stakeholders are underway at a conference at Matavai. 38 participants, including donor partners, are attending the 25th Pacific Heads of Education System Meeting 2019, which started today. This is the first time for Niue to host a conference after it presented a bid to host this conference in 2017. The session this morning included a group discussion on sustaining tradition and culture through education and challenges in the region.
Some of the key messages that came through from our whānau this morning was the importance of our culture and importance of our religious faith. They can be a source of strength for leaders in times of crisis. It also came through the importance of relationships. As Pacific people, we all know how important our relationships are to us. They give us strength. And also the importance of a clarity of vision on where are we taking our education system in our region.
The Easter rally got underway at the Millennium Hall on Sunday. It is the biggest event on the Sunday school's calendar. Children of various churches performed songs and skits on the crucifixion and resurrection of the Lord Jesus Christ. There was a great turnout of family, friends and church members at the hall. And finally, despite the gloomy weather over the weekend, people still flocked to the Hikutavake Show Day. Hikutavake is the first village this year to kickstart the Show Day events. This year also marks the second year that the village Show Day has been split on lower and upper terraces, with sentiments expressed by store vendors on the lower terrace for the one Show Day for next year. At the village green, 13 stalls congregated selling various produce and handicrafts, with the crowd entertained by dances by both locals and visitors. Acknowledging the many events on the day, the show day ended with a prayer, allowing visitors and store vendors the opportunity to visit and witness other shows at the Taonga Festival. And that's BCN News for tonight. Thank you for joining us. Have a good evening.